Michigan against Central Michigan, a day game at Ann Arbor.
His talent will shine.
Underwood on first down, play action pass. Underwood going deep, down the middle, and it's intercepted and dropped. An opportunity for a turnover. Caleb Spann got his hands on it, couldn't hang on.
It's been their secondary that's been the weak point.
Play action, sprint left across the middle, another catch by McCulley. Down to the 29-yard line, second catch of this drive from McCulley.
A little bit.
Underwood to pass again on 3rd and 5. Going to let his legs go to work. First down and then some. Underwood out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Haven't seen a lot of him using his legs. Perfect example right there, Jay. First and goal from the 2. Haynes in the backfield. Jumbo package. Give it to Haynes. He's in. Touchdown, Michigan. Opening statement for the Wolverines.
What a great drive for Chip Lindsey. What a great drive for Bryce Underwood. Nearly threw an interception on the very...
Play action, Labus to the outside, hammered. Down he goes. Jay Sean Barham shot out of a cannon. 3rd and forever. Labus back to pass. Barham with pressure. Labus lofts it up, and it's incomplete. Tried to get it to Langston Lewis. Good coverage down the field. Sprint right for Underwood. And the catch. Did he get a foot down? Catch is good. Gain of 21 if it counts. Yes.
That'll count. He got 2 down.
Down in 4. Underwood going deep. He's got Morgan. Caught. Touchdown. Samaj Morgan. That was a pretty ball from Underwood.
Sure was. His 3rd ever start. Everyone's wondering how he's going to respond coming off a tough outing on the road at Oklahoma. And you talk about a pretty ball there, Jeff. Samaj was wide open, but
in his first quarter. Play action, good blitz pickup. Underwood's going to run it past midfield, across the 40, puts his shoulder down, and he's inside the 35-yard line, showing his strength. Gain of 28.
Ball's away, ball's away, ball's away.
Kick is up. It's not going to curve back in. So a missed scoring opportunity for Michigan as Vada misses for just the 2nd time on the season.
It's like any other position.
Play action. Barham back in the backfield, slings him down. 2nd sack for Barham.
Try to pull around to block him. They leave him unblocked because he's on the edge, but you just can't do that. He's too good of a player.
4th drive of the Wolverines. Play action. Underwood going deep. He's got a man. Catch is made. Andrew Marsh. Through the air last week against Oklahoma. Different story today. Underwood again back to pass. All day to the sideline. Hogan Hansen wins the jump ball.
And just another. And Bryce is just waiting. There really wasn't anything open downfield, but when you can throw a ball like that, Jeff, your tight end's the ball placement.
Underwood design run right behind Bredesen. Underwood in. Touchdown Wolverines.
This is the Bryce Underwood showcase.
Going for it on 4th and inches. Flores to pass to the outside. Catch. And the tackle wrapped up. They're not going to get it. Brandon Hillman.
This defense, he's really a throwback safety. Look at him just knock number 20, Langston Lewis, back.
Traditional formation. Bredesen. Will sweep it to the outside. Marsh on the carry. Marsh in the open. Touchdown. First career score for Andrew Marsh.
Listen, and when you're running these reverses, you need a lineman out in space. Look at number 51, Greg Crippen, out in space. Doing a great job blocking the smaller number 2, Elijah Rickard. There's only the M graphic at the bottom right of your screen. Central Michigan hasn't been able to test them.
Heat again. Down he goes again. Jair Hill on the corner blitz.
Back then there was no NIL, so
someone could have bought it for you. Underwood going deep. And it's going to be intercepted. He's looking for Kendrick Bell. It's picked off. Diaz Fernandez on the interception, his second of the year.
Clear picture for Bryce. As he comes out here, you see that number 3, the cornerback. He's got his hips turned. He is sinking underneath that.
Influence come out of Matt Drinkle in this series. Flores going to run behind corners. Flores stays on his feet. He's inside the 35-yard line, and here come the Chippewas.
This offense looks very similar to some of the quarterback run schemes we saw last week.
From the right hash. And he knocks it through. Central Michigan is on the scoreboard. Yards passing for Underwood. Inside the red zone. Underwood to pass again. Goodwin fighting. Close to the goal line. He's down at the 1.
Would it be the 10-second runoff?
Oh, they're going to go inside. Score a touchdown anyway. Jordan Marshall punches it in. For Michigan. Underwood, designed run. He's going to try that left side. Across the 50-yard line into Chippewas territory. He's getting close to 100 yards on the ground. For most. Second down and 2. Handoff, bounce it to the outside. Second score of the day for Jordan Marshall.
Jordan Marshall doing a great job pressing the hole here, and then bang, there's the jump cut, cutting out to the outside. Race.
Handoff, Haynes bounces to the outside. Avoids 1, avoids 2, finally brought down inside Chippewa territory to the 39-yard line. This is Big Ten football right here. Underwood to pass. Underwood gets away. He's got a lot of green. Underwood jukes. Touchdown. Boys playing with some swagger this afternoon in Ann Arbor.
Said, yeah, we really haven't seen a prospect like Bryce Underwood. Seriously, we put him up there with Trevor Lawrence and Andrew Luck. I'll tell you what, the momentum and excitement has built and built.
Pick 6 to the house for a hundo. Labus to pass. Labus lets it out, and it's intercepted. Elijah Dotson on the pick. Michigan's going the other way.
This is not an easy interception. It's an outside release. The number 20, Langston Lewis, is trying to work back inside. Dotson is on that the entire way, and then does a good job of finding the ball in the air. And
first and goal for the Wolverines. Kuzdal gets it again up the middle, churning, and he's down to the 1. Quick.
Looked like he was down.
Handoff, Kuzdal, he is in this time. Another touchdown for another Wolverine running back. Coach out in Nebraska next week. Flores in trouble, gets out of it, running away, and finally brought down. Ball is out. Looked like Michigan jumped on it, and they did. Troy Bowles poked it out. Parker again. Did he get in? Signal? Yes. Touchdown. Jasper Parker, his first career touchdown run. 9 plays, all Parker. Michigan Wolverines, only 1 loss in conference play. Maryland trying to snap a 6.
Starting to hit his stride. Will need to hit his stride against the Michigan defense.
Handed off on first down to Juan Williams in the open. He's near midfield.
Washington.
Gonna get a free play here. Lofts it in the air, and it's going to be caught just outside the 20-yard line. Shalik Knox.
Critical. Michigan had trouble with this. Northwestern was able to get him to jump offsides a number of times last week.
Offside. Defense number 23 in the neutral.
Trying to reverse. Now they're going to pass it with Washington. Now he's going to use his legs. He's got a first down and steps out of bounds inside the 10. He used those legs against
Up with something. Pulls this trick play out of his hat. Little double reverse. Looking at a flea flicker. Washington was looking to hit some of his targets downfield. Michigan.
Washington going to keep. And he's brought down at the 10-yard line. Great pursuit from 2nd and goal. Throw it to the outside. Good blocking in front. And just outside the pylon goes up. 4th and goal. Washington to pass. Over the middle. Caught. Touchdown Terps. Dorian Fleming. What a drive for Maryland. One was the key. Fleming with his 3rd touchdown reception of the year.
They forced the 2nd most interceptions.
Oh, onside kick. Does Michigan have it? Pile at the bottom. Michigan does get it. A little trickery there from Maryland. They're going to give the Wolverines outstanding field position.
The mistakes have to be ironed out.
They throw it to the outside. Kuzdal follows Max Bredesen with a block. A big gain on 2nd down. Handed off. Kuzdal up the gut and a first down for Michigan.
So they have full trust in their young running back.
Gets it again on 1st and 10, trying to get to the outside. He's got the outside, stays on his feet, finally tripped up around the 15-yard line. Another big gain.
Offensive line, but take a look at number 9, Channing Goodwin, leading the way, almost playing that Max Bredesen type role. He's able to get a little chip on Jamari Glasker, the corner.
Kuzdal, the running back. They're going to throw it, and it is going to be caught by Marsh. Touchdown, Michigan. Flag on the play.
Count to get these free plays, and if it's one-on-one, it's going to be no mystery where Bryce Underwood is looking. He's looking to his other freshman, Andrew Marsh, who had a coming out party last week. 12 for 189 yards, big catches and big moments, and picking up right where he left off. So it's the full experience of Bryce Underwood.
Play action pass on 1st down, slings it, and it's picked off and dropped. Oh, that was in the breadbasket of Lavian Scruggs.
No doubt, Underwood very, very lucky here. This ball just sailed on him. McCauley is 6'5" with long arms. So to miss him that bad, that is a big time miss, and didn't cost him last week, but will cost him at some point.
Flushed out, finds Marsh. Marsh trying to make a man miss, rolling with the tackle. 3rd down. To pass, Underwood in trouble. Throws to Bredesen, who makes the catch. Bredesen stopped just short of the 30-yard line, but it's a first down. Handed off. Kuzdal following his blockers and picks up 5, maybe 6.
He consistently makes the plays.
Handoff again. Kuzdal trying to get the corner, made a man miss, and leans forward for a Michigan first down. Underwood throws. He's got his man wide open. Marsh found the zone.
Officials time off for a player injury.
You could find the hot spots. That field location is the hot spot for Bryce Underwood. That intermediate throw out to the right scoring position.
Underwood throws across the middle. That's the tight end. Zach Marshall with the catch inside the red zone. Underwood flips it out. Marlon Klein has it, jumps over one, and he's out of bounds. What is it with all the hurdle? Defensive end. Underwood snaps. Kuzdal's got it. Walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
Now look at the left side of that offensive line. Just a ton of movement there by Marshall. You see El Hadi pull around. Jalen Hoffman, number 42, helps. Washington to sling it, going deep.
He's got a man with a step, and it's broken up. Zeke Berry got his hand in there and knocked it.
I think Washington was able to put that ball out in front of him. But nonetheless, great job by Zeke and Zeke Berry. You can see why.
3rd and long. Pressure coming. Got it across the middle. It's dropped and intercepted. And an ankle tackle saving a touchdown. Another pick. Mason Curtis came away with the interception.
Washington falls right into the lap of number 25, Mason Curtis. Well, I mean, really, that's another drop as well. I know it's not a perfect pass, but right through the hands of Shalik Knotts. Curtis grabs it and The saving grace for Knotts there is he was able to bring down Curtis. Otherwise, that was looking like a pick
setting. There's a catch. Marshall again, his second reception. Second. Kozdal gets it ripped up, goes nowhere. And Smith on the basketball team for the Maryland Terrapins. They set up the wide receiver screen. They've got McCulley. McCulley breaks a tackle through the middle. Touchdown, Michigan. Perfect setup, perfect blocking for 6.
Actually, Maryland dropped out of it. They dropped back into his zone coverage, and Michigan, those lead blockers out in space, were in perfect position. McCulley breaks 1 tackle. Touchdown, Wolverines.
3rd touchdown catch. Washington, see if he can engineer a scoring drive. And there he goes into the open. Octavian Smith. They get 15 bonus practices, and the world of difference that'll make for this program. To the outside to Farouk, and he breaks through for a first down for the Terps. Bringing pressure over the middle. Fleming got his hands on it, secures it, first down Maryland. Washington slings it. Catch made. Caleb Webb on the reception.
That way.
Empty backfield. Washington steps up, going end zone, and it's incomplete. He had Farouk in right through his. Washington. Trouble. He is down. Sacked for just the 5th time this year.
Running back out into the outside the numbers, and Michigan sends a linebacker with them, so it's indicating man coverage, but they play backer edge.
From 34. O'Hare is true. 18. 3 drives, 3 scores for Michigan. Handed off. Kuzdal's got a big hole dropped by Brandon Lee as the ball popped out. Who's got it? Maryland says they have it. There's the hit. Is the ball out? No. Still secured by Bryce Kuzdal.
Wow.
Underwood throws down the middle. Catch. McCulley across midfield. 6 yards from McCulley, including a score. Gonna throw it again. Get it to the outside to Goodwin. Goodwin wrapped up before the 40-yard line. There's your play action. Underwood steps up, and he's brought down. Touchdown drive from Michigan that continued the drive. Underwood to throw it, goes across the middle, sets it up. That's Klein with the catch, 3rd and manageable for the Wolverines. Underwood to throw, looking left. He's going to run. Underwood's got it and almost took a huge hit from Reddick from 38, and it is no good. He pushed it wide right. So Maryland gets the stop on 3rd down, and Savant. Handed off. Kuzdal, left side, big hole and a huge hit. Wingate lowering the boom after
line of scrimmage, and the movement that gets generated. Frazier, Jalen Hoffman. You see Outta throwing bodies around with the pin.
Underwood to throw it, gets Marsh. Tackled by Lee. We have not seen Lakai roll.
5 guys playing as 1 unit.
Underwood to throw it across the middle, feathered it in perfectly to Klein.
That soft spot in the zone. That's a beautiful throw by Underwood.
Kuzdal runs. Kuzdal to the right side. Touchdown, Michigan. Perfectly blocked. And Kuzdal with his 2nd tutty of the day.
It's out right here. You see Guarnera with the movement. Crippen, his eyes, locks down and stones Wingate.
Kuzdal. Didn't see a lot there. Was a bit late. Washington to pass again. Washington finds his outlet across the field. Smith. And he's into Michigan territory.
The drops.
He's going to run it. He's got a seam. Skips through 1. And he's out of bounds. Stepped out of bounds. More pressure. Washington got rid of it. And it's caught. Nice catch.
See, that is a big-time catch. Yep, his forearms are underneath it. That's a big-time.
Washington tucks it, and down he goes. 2nd sack. So a field goal try from 29. And O'Hare kicks it right through the uprights. So they convert on points. They're down by 5. Ernest Hausman did not travel either. Another kick. Andrew Marsh's ways. He runs into it, catches it at the 15. Marsh through the pile, gets to the outside. Marsh down the sideline and into Maryland territory.
Protect the quarterback. But it is tough, Jeff.
Underwood to throw it. Under duress, Underwood's going to run. Underwood hit, and he is stopped just short. That was a big hit laid by Jalen Husky to formation for Michigan. Handed off Kuzdal, following blockers. Did he reach in? No, they're going to mark him short. Far side official said he was down. Here's the reach. Did he ever get there? Whew. That is by a kitty's whisker.
After review, the runner did get the ball over the goal line. It is a touchdown.
Yeah, you know, I actually agree with this. I think the shot we had on...
Bringing the house. Washington down again. Derek Moore, the Baltimore kid, comes up with another sack. Underwood keeps. And Husky pushes him out of bounds. Parker for a first down.
Critical part of this offense.
Underwood hands it off. Parker stays on his feet. Parker, end zone. Did he get the pylon? Touchdown, Wolverines. Second score of the year for Jasper Parker.
Proven.
Anything out of bounds before he touches? No, he's in. That's a score.
And how about the play call again by Chip Lindsey? Just timely play calls down in the red zone. Someone unproven and someone that is going to come out of nowhere is going to have a huge game and be a winner, but he's got to find a way to get back to his normal self.
And he's going to feather that one in. Nice little baby draw on it. Just like our producer Bart Fox's tee shots. It's to go in this one. Martin to pass again. Hit as he throws. And it's caught. Farouk touchdown. Farouk with the score. His second touchdown of the season. Got to prove that it's a catch. Catch. 1, 2. Football play. What do you think?
It's close. I mean, it was 1-2. It is, it is really close. Let's see.
1 foot there. 2nd foot there. Ball's out. Did he control it enough? No doubt he recovers the fumble.
After review, the play of a
So this touchdown got just enough. Pana got the carries on the last drive. Now it's Tomas O'Meara. He's got the left side. Nothing but greenery in front of him and knocked out of bounds across the 40 and back into
the Buckeyes.
And Julian Sand was out in the third quarter as O'Meara gets it out to the 4-yard line.
Here in Ann Arbor, Michigan, we've got a great matchup for you today.
Mason Curtis playing safety.
3rd down and 5. Can the Wolverines get off the field on 3rd down? Here's Williams. He'll run it and pick up the first as he's the 50. A gain of 4 on the last play. 2nd and 6. Williams again. Another tight end throw. DeGraff gets upfield, picks up the first.
Washington.
2nd down and 12 at the 39. Williams fires. Oh, almost intercepted. Jair Hill had it.
This was a miscommunication on the outside. Looks like he's expecting a hitch from Denzel Boston. Boston ran a
To the
slant.
backfield with Williams. Here's Williams. Guns it. Far side and incomplete. Zeke. August 19th. And a handoff. Marshall follows his block. Squeezes through. And empty backfield for Bryce Underwood. Underneath. Nice throw and catch. First down. So the pistol back. Play fake. Underwood sets up, drops it off to Marshall. In the flat, stutter step up the sideline. First down at the 47 for the Wolverines. Here's the reverse, and it's McCulley. McCulley with a hole and a first down. Donovan Underwood guns it over the middle and caught for first. No. Is that ball live? It looked like it was a catch by Tonelli, but now they rule it incomplete. So a long 3rd and 16 at the 48. Underwood drops it off over the middle, and it's caught by Zach Marshall. And Marshall. They find Morgan, and he dropped it. Incomplete. 138 yards of total offense. Williams to throw it. Winds up. The deep ball in coverage and caught. Denzel Boston went up and got it.
As Boston is just going to get a chance from his quarterback. So he moves inside of Mason Curtis, but the other corner, Zeke Barry, is there and gets lost based on where the ball is, and Boston.
Williams fires far side, incomplete. And Gross, 6 of 7 on the season, and no good. He pushed it wide right. First down and 10 at the 20 for the Wolverines. Underwood drops it off underneath, and it's caught. Tonelli. The Bears, 2nd and 5 at the 25. Marshall looking for that first down. He's strong, fights for it. He's electric. And they give it to Marshall. And Marshall, look at the leg drive. Underwood looking. Here's Marshall in space. And Marshall picks up the first down. They're in the game now at running back. They give it to him straight ahead. No, over the middle, it's caught. Great play action fake. Donovan McCulley.
Backer, and he's able to get it to Donovan McCulley.
First down. Here's Underwood outside. Caught. And it's Zach Marshall pounding forward. And he'll get. Underwood pumps. Sets up underneath. Here's Marsh in space. Marsh. Touchdown, Michigan. Andrew Marsh.
And then the motion from this Michigan player in the slot, what does that do? Creates all this space in the middle of the field, and they run that middle screen. Beautiful job by the offensive line.
Very close. First down for Washington. Williams gets out of the pocket, buys some time, drops it off to Jonah Coleman. See how they respond after Michigan finally put some points on the board. Williams tries to get outside and jacked down. What a tackle by Ernie Hausman. This kid is
linebacker position right here, and he's set up to defend that quarterback run, and that's something that they struggled with a week ago. How many times did we talk about in the meetings? Missed tackles.
For Washington, Williams underneath. Coleman with space. Coleman puts on the juice and gets out of bounds as he crosses midfield.
Here, and what you get is a blitz. So you get a blitz from Ernest Hausman, and then guess what? The middle of the field is wide open. We saw that time and time again a week ago. And against this Washington team, with their explosiveness from their quarterback, the backfield, even Denzel Boston down the field, blitzing them.
Boston already with a 48-yard reception. Here's a screen. Doesn't work this time. Muhammad corralled and
They're going to get TJ Guy. He drops out, then the pressure comes from this side. But there's rotation in the second level, and it allows for.
Underwood pulls it out, throws complete. Nice throw, great catch.
What's different about this offense today? They're really utilizing the tight ends. Gus, already 5 catches for the tight ends.
21 now. Michigan with some breathing room. Underwood throwing on first down. Reverses out of trouble. First down in sight. Striding. And he'll slide down after he picks it up. Underneath. Great catch. Andrew Marsh. One hand. Flag on the play.
Gus, what do you always say? A catch like a, give me that.
Give me it.
Right. Look at that. My goodness. I tell you, you know who he reminds me of?
Underwood hands it off to Marshall. And Jordan Marshall just pounding forward. Underwood sprints out. Delayed handoff. Marshall, first down, cuts it inside. Michigan. Conservative. Marshall. And he gets to the 30. And no good. Out of the offset eye. Play fake. Williams skipping on the move. Lets it go. Finds Cade Eldridge at the 42. Williams knocked down and incomplete. Great job by Rayshon Benny. 2. Williams lofts it up in the air for Coleman. He gets his shoulder square and tiptoes. Williams sprints out on the move. Nice catch. Denzel Boston for Demond Williams Jr. Williams under pressure and sack. Derek Moore.
From Derek Moore, he's just going to go inside. They're bringing Outta on the outside to try to contain.
Williams bouncing over the middle. Caught! Raiden Vines-Bright ran a great run.
Middle linebacker into that soft spot of the middle of the field. Safety late in coverage. That was Jaden Mangum.
Got the 6. One timeout left. Here's Vines-Bright. Gets to the corner. Did he get in? No. 44 seconds remaining. Coleman straight ahead. Touchdown Huskies.
In the offensive line, Coleman is able to just get right behind those guys, dig his way into the goal.
Williams steps up and sacked. No, he breaks the tackle on the move. And incomplete.
This stunt starts with the blitzing linebacker and it allows the end to come right up in the middle, and you think the play is dead, but how about Houdini? Demond Williams, but he just can't get enough on that throw.
In the first half with a long of 22. He sprints out of the pocket, delivers a soft one. Nicely done as Andrew Marsh. 2nd down and 8. And Marshall explodes for a first down. Bryant in the backfield. Underwood off his back foot. Nice throw. Great catch. Zach Marshall. First down, Wolverine. 10 at the Washington 27 for Michigan. Underwood, sidearm, Samaj Morgan, first down again. 3rd down and 8. Underwood looks that way. Underneath again, he's got a receiver. Not enough for first down. Bredesen, they give it. Marshall. Oh, what a fight.
I don't think he got it. The far official is saying it's Washington ball.
And intercepted. Cole Sullivan. Michigan has a football.
Sullivan is, what does that do? It drags him into that throw zone. And there he is for the pick. They're trying to throw the slant, and Sullivan is just reading his keys. He's just doing his job. He didn't read the eyes of the quarterback. He's looking at the run.
Can Michigan pay it off? Marshall! Touchdown! Michigan!
Ball. Watch Max Bredesen. They run a little bit of a trap. They leave the defensive lineman for the fullback, Max Bredesen. It allows
Demond Williams guns it to the sideline, and it's caught from the 42. Williams, they're opening it up for him now. Near side, nice strike. Denzel Boston from the Michigan 42. Williams over the middle, and another interception. This time it's Jimmy Rolder.
the tight end moves out to the outside, and he throws it behind him. Rolder is there.
Marshall looking for that first down, spins, kind of scoots forward. Depending on the spot, it looks like he got it. 11. Here's Underwood. Nice throw and catch. What a play. Sensational.
This is an incredible throw. Back foot, tight coverage, with timing in front of the safety who's coming up from his spot.
Huskies showing blitz. Marshall cuts it inside at the 20. Look at that strength of Jordan Marshall.
And this is a funky formation. Look at Marsh.
Here's the play, the roll, Underwood, wide open. Touchdown, Zach Marshall.
watch him. He's going to come behind the play. And it looks like a fake right there. And then nobody with Zach Marshall. A little bit of a funky scrimmage.
Williams. And he's hit. It's loose. And Washington jumps on it. Derek Moore. It's over at the Washington 17. Marshall. And the leg drive by this young man is incredible. Marshall. First down, Wolverines. Now Underwood wanted to run it. I don't know if that was a broken play. Looked like it was. McLaughlin. Jasper Parker in the backfield. Morgan in motion. They pitch it to Parker. Near side. And it'll go out of bounds inside the 5. A gain of 2. Zabaka. And it's good. But there's another flag.
It was Jordan Marshall. And Jordan Marshall was the one that said, yeah, get here, man.
Williams throwing it deep. And another interception. Wow, off his backside. Holy Chicago. Jacob Oden to the door.
He's thinking to himself like, oh my goodness, I just tripped and fell down and Denzel's gonna get a catch. And then he's like, nope, I got it. Wow, Boston tries to adjust. Obviously drops that one right into the lap of Jacob Oden. Playing Ohio State as a 9-2. I think that's a win and in situation.
Marshall again. Adding to his total 3. First down and 20. And Jasper Parker will make that Underwood. And he'll slide down close to the Jasper Parker in the backfield. And Parker picks up the first down. So let's take a look at what
you're either throwing the football when you want to or throwing the football
field. Here in Chicago, we've got Big Ten football for you. 10 at the 25-yard line. Underwood to throw on first down underneath. He's got Jordan Marshall. Underwood, play fake, under pressure. Underwood taken down.
And here, this is Saka, and he comes out there, beats the pulling guard, gets to the quarterback. There's Hubbard as well. And
Underwood guns it, and it's caught. Andrew Marsh, the freshman from Katy, Texas. Underwood. Under pressure, underneath, caught. Donovan McCulley. Not only a first down, but yards. First down at the 46-yard line. Underwood again to throw. Guns it. Sideline caught. Andrew Marsh.
In the backfield, good creativity from Chip Lindsey, the offensive coordinator, and he runs that wheel route outside from the backfield. Beautiful ball from Underwood. Right over the outstretched arm of Josh Fussell.
Underwood under pressure. Steps up in the pocket and is dragged down. 13 at the 17. Marshall around the corner. Touchdown, Wolverines. Home run.
Holding. Offense number 54. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Third down.
Underwood. Underneath. Klein leans forward. Got it up. And he missed it. At the 34, Stone drops it off, far side, ball caught. Wagner turns it up, and he's close to the Wolverines. And they fake it. And Northwestern says they have the first down.
Direct snap here to the up back. They go for the fake, needed to get to the 41. Looks like he was held up, and then there was a second effort.
Chase Farrell. Stone. And that one deflected at the line of scrimmage and incomplete.
Time for a screen.
Trips at the bottom of your screen. Stone fires sideline. And caught. Whoa, Wildy.
Take another look at that.
Ooh. Wiggling.
Oh, yeah.
As it goes. Jordan Marshall in the backfield with Underwood. Underneath, nice throw, great catch. Andrew Marsh again. Bredesen in motion. They look that way. Marsh with a blocker. Bredesen. Nice at the 28. Underwood drops it off near side. Should be a first down. Zach Marshall for 8, 97 yards. First down at the 32. Again, Underwood just whips it underneath. And second down and 10 at the 43. Underwood now decides to run it. He's got a lane and dives forward. Picks up the first down in front of Fred Davis at the 42. Play fake. Underwood looking, dancing, now steps up on the move. Bryce Underwood trying to get around the corner and is finally dragged down. Bredesen in the backfield. Underwood winds up deep, sideline. Oh, Marsh has it! Andrew Marsh, 40 yards. That a gain of 32. First down and goal for the Marshall running outside, cuts it inside. Woo, what a stick in the ground.
And then as he gets a defender fussle on the outside, he just goes directly underneath him. We call that getting north and south.
Out of the I formation. They'll give it to Marshall, trying to squeeze through. Does he? Yes, he does. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Wolverines team, look at the movement up front. That offensive line. A lot of young guys in there, and you can see Marshall and the Chicago style.
Nice. First and 10 at the 46. Here's the handoff. Hyman. Nice run for Joel. Play fake. Stone. Deep drop. Sideline. Caught. Hyman out of the backfield. And they will not. Hyman. First down. At the 31. Here's a reversal. And it's Wagner. Wagner with a nice move. Led by Coach Braun with this Wildcat program. Stone rolling out. On the move across his body. Caught. He's got his tight end, Hunter Welsing. That's a first down.
What do you get? You can just get over the top of that, and then there's no backside linebacker filling in coverage back there, so he looks.
Stone looks that way. Stone off his back foot. Touchdown! Hayden Allegiant.
Pass interference, offense number 84. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Second down.
They're trying to run these pick routes, and you can see just clear contact without really any meaning of a route from 84. That's Hunter Welsing, who had the catch on the previous play.
And it's perfect. Northwestern settles for the field goal, but they're on the board at the 43. Underwood, he's 18. Underwood. Oh, what a catch for the Wolverines. Deacon Tonelli
climbs in the pocket. Great pressure again from Northwestern. Ball goes straight in the air, and Tonelli is Johnny on the spot.
Jenny was in the scoreboard earlier today. Marshall, nice running. Look at Jordan Marshall. What a back he's turning out to be.
He could start almost anywhere in the conference.
Here's a reverse. Marsh gets clobbered. Northwestern has the football. Russ with the recovery. Wow.
So that's absolutely a fumble. Saka comes in, he reads it perfectly. They're trying to flip it to Marsh, and he just clotheslines him right there.
As my mom would say. 2nd and 7 at the 44. They're going to throw it. Wagner. Now he decides, woo! Power slam! TJ Metcalf.
Tell you about, you better buckle your chin strap today.
We used to have a wrestler in Detroit called Dick the Bruiser. That looks like a... Stone steps into his throw. Wilson down at the 5. What a throw by Preston.
Delivered that one on the money, right down the seam.
So now Stone looks that way, goes through, and another ball deflected at the line of scrimmage. This time, it's...
You know, Stone's not the biggest guy in the world, and when you're trying to work in these short confines inside the 10-yard line, you gotta get...
Good snap, clean hold, and pure. A minute remaining in the second quarter. Stone will throw it on first down. Winding up. Wide open receiver. Wilde. He turns it up. Gets out of bounds. Underwood. He wants to run it. Hits the sideline. Picks up the first. Yes, they have. First down at the 26. Marshall. Oh! Marshall! Down the sideline. Can he get there? Jordan Marshall cuts it back and goes down inside the 10. The Cincinnati.
The block from you-know-who. There's Bredesen. He's right in the middle. He's getting up on the linebacker. Underwood thinks it's gone. This is amazing hustle from Gardner Wallace to track him down. Marshall is an explosive guy, but Wallace tracks him down.
Now Northwestern. First and goal at the 9. Michigan trying to pound the rock. And wow, it fools everybody, including our cameraman, Bryce Underwood, with the touchdown. A 9-yard run.
Who's right here, and he keeps it on the edge. Look at all the fast flow from the defense. Everybody thinking it's going inside, and Underwood saunters into the end zone.
What's the read? Punt it away. Luke Akers with Morgan, the deep man. Morgan from the 31. Tries a split and does. Spins. Keeps moving. And lost it. And Michigan says they know. Northwestern has the football. Stands.
Ball's definitely out before he's down. And then it's just a royal rumble under the pile for that football.
Liam Reardon ripped it out of his hands. And it looks like Morgan has it right there, but it may have been snatched away. Oh. Hyman again with a hole. Gets outside. A burst. Nice run by Joe Hyman. Stone looks. Stone bounces. And he'll just dump it out of bounds. Great. And he remains perfect. 14-9. Underwood over the middle. And again, Andrew Marsh. 6 at the 44. And Underwood, first down, McCulley. Second and 11. Over the middle, McCulley. Oh, tripped up. Almost made it.
Because Underwood is reading that safety, and he comes down to defend that run, and he just throws the RPO right past him, and boy, that ball almost batted down twice. Fitzgerald can't get a hand on it right.
Marshall, the deep man, out of the eye. Marshall trying to get outside and will not. Touchdown, Michigan. Marshall. Wait a minute.
Ruling on the field is that the ball crossed the goal line prior to being fumbled. Therefore, it is a touchdown.
And it did. Play is dead immediately when he's got control and he touches that goal line. Crosses the plane right there. Plays dead, touchdown. Even though
Stone in the pocket. Over the middle. Oh, what a catch by Wilde. This kid is terrific.
Matchups that they need.
And you said in the slot over the middle against the safety.
That's exactly.
Preston Stone with time. Sideline throw. Back shoulder. Oh, another great catch. Elegond.
Zeke Berry kind of ran past it, and he was able to kind of stop his momentum, go back, and catch that ball. Beautiful extension. Elegond, 6 foot.
Stone on the play fake over the middle. Caught. Well safe. In. First and goal at the 1. Do they get it? Touchdown Wildcats. Preston Stone.
Field goal fumbles in the red zone, something they've struggled with all season long. They're actually 130th in the country in terms of red zone touchdown percentage.
No touchdowns, no picks. Underwood underneath, and it's intercepted. Wow! Down the sideline. Braden Turner, and Northwestern has
Fly in from the right side into the screen. Underwood's trying to get the ball to the tight end right at the chains, and there's Braden Turner. Read his eyes the entire time. Steps in front, picks it off, sets up his offense inside of the 10-yard line. I tell you what, there is no quit in these Cats. They just keep fighting and fighting.
They give it to him. Kamalafe! Touchdown! Northwestern! Caleb Kamalafe! 4 receivers at the bottom. They throw it incomplete for Hyman. Marshall breaks it back. Marshall cuts it inside. Jordan Marshall again. Coastal again. It's intercepted on the play action fake. Robert Fitzgerald.
The safety comes down. He's 6. This should have been a handoff, but Underwood wanted to throw the ball, and he throws it right into Robert Fitzgerald.
Coastal, very effective runner thus far. Underwood, he finds his man Marsh. Marsh continues to move through. Underwood hands it off. Coastal downhill running. Coastal! I think he got it! And he lost it! Northwestern ball!
Look at all the Cats flying in. I don't think he ever actually got the exchange from Underwood. That ball was on the ground.
Underwood. Looking. Underwood. Sideline. That is a catch. Andrew Marsh again. Wow.
Control, toes dragging. I think that's a catch. Wow.
Underwood rolls. Underwood runs. Underwood, what a great scramble. And first down. A gain of 9 on 3rd and 5. 28. A minute and 7 to go. Michigan runs it. Coastal. And it's Coastal. Oh, first down, Michigan. Whoa. Got it up. It's good. Michigan wins. On their worst day, they come back and beat Northwestern 24-22. Big Ten football for you here on Fox as the Wisconsin Badgers coming to town to take on the 20th ranked Wolverines. Dupree in the backfield now. Simmons wants to throw underneath. Conservative toss, and it's caught. Lance Mason, his 15th grab of the season. Dupree returns out of the eye. Here's a throw to the far side. Vinny Anthony turns it up, gets out of bounds inside the Michigan 10.
Number 10 just takes a poor angle. Great run on the outside by Vinny Anthony.
Simmons hands it off straight ahead. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Dylan Jones. Wow.
Emerson Mandel, you got the tight end as well. That's Lance Mason. Terrific double team. And then the running back, you got to be your own blocker.
First down at the 48. Motion. And here's a handoff. Haynes. Here he goes. Justice Haynes out of bounds at the Wisconsin 5. Austin Brown with the saving tackle.
I want you to watch my guy here, Max Bredesen. This guy is, I think, one of the best football players on this Michigan team. He comes in there as the fullback, and how many times we see on film? 44.
Second down and goal at the 1. Haynes outside. How simple can it get? Touchdown, Michigan.
Well, here you go with Bredesen, and you've also got the guard. That's Jake Granera. And Granera gets out on the outside. They seal up the edge. Bredesen seals off.
So Wisconsin forced to punt it away from their own 33. Samaj Morgan is back deep. Lets it go over his head. And the ball will be down at the 1. Great special teams. Haynes, I don't know. Wisconsin feels that they stopped them.
53-51.
Now that yellow line is the first down line. It's unofficial, but let's see. Let's see.
Wait, let me see this, and then I'll tell you if I'm gonna. Yeah, see how the ball.
Yeah,
I think that's short.
I think it's short too.
After review, the runner was short of the line to gain. It'll be 4th down.
First down at the 45. Play fake. Underwood looking. Go throws it. Sideline. Back shoulder. And it's caught. Oh, Andrew Marsh. They've been telling us about this kid from Texas.
What an adjustment from Marsh. Really good throw from Bryce Underwood. In coverage, you go to the back shoulder, and he goes to the back shoulder. He goes up, locates that ball, secures it. That foot was down, and then he controls it through.
Underwood in trouble. Underwood gobbled up, and he'll be tackled for a big loss. Suggs. Got it up. And Pure. Second down and 9. Underwood. On the move. Ooh, what a throw. Great catch. Marsh again.
Well, I love his patience on this. So the first read is this flat route to Haynes, and he's like, all right, I don't like that. There's defense there. And then you just climb.
Underwood in trouble. Breaks a tackle. Squares his shoulders underneath. Throws a dime. Morgan.
I'll tell you, this ball was bobbling all over the place. Here's that dip, the sidearm. Watch, Morgan's first going to bobble it right here. And he's able to corral it. Then he spins forward, and the ball is definitely on the ground.
Underwood in the end zone. Incomplete. And he missed it. Not a good snap. At the 33. Underwood will throw it. Sideline toss. Incomplete. McCulley couldn't get a foot down.
McCulley is able to get it. Oh, goodness. Is that left foot down? He's got control. They might need to take a look at that. I thought he pushed him out, but that left foot looks like it's in. And he grabs this ball, so he's got control right there. And if that foot is totally in bounds, it's close. But certainly from some of the looks that we had, it looked to be in.
Looks like he's in to me.
After further review, is a completed pass. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
33-yard gain. Haynes in the backfield. Underwood underneath. Caught McCulley again with a burst. Still running. McCulley to the end zone. Touchdown. Wolverines. 29 yards.
They're running the run-pass option off of this linebacker. What Underwood doesn't realize is that the corner also blitzes. So now he sees it. He's already decided to throw that football. And McCulley runs a beautiful route right past the face of the safety, Austin Brown, and then a beautiful move to the outside to get in the end zone.
Great story, Jenny. Thank you so much. First down at the 13. Simmons. Oh, he's got his receiver at the 40.
I'm telling you, these Michigan corners have been sitting on the routes. Nothing has been down the field, so it's a double move, an out and then an up. Zeke Berry bit on that out route, and then they've got space to go down the field. Good adjustment by Vinny Anthony. That ball just underthrown a bit. And he's...
Simmons, deep drop, lets it fly. He's got a man. Oh, picked up. Guess who? Rod Moore. He came flying across the field.
They talk about his instinct. Here's Rod Moore, deep middle of the field, and he's just going to read the eyes, see him float and float. The ball gets cut loose, and there he goes. Underthrown. Michigan maybe gets away with a little contact right there from Jair Hill. That certainly could have drawn a flag, but Moore was there. Luke Fickell is pointing up at the big screen right now, screaming at the officials, spitting at the officials, saying there was contact early, and I don't disagree.
Here's a reverse, and Morgan gets down the sideline. Wisconsin had a chance to make a play. Low snap. And Underwood jumps on it, but Wisconsin will get the football back. 4:47 of the first quarter. Low snap. Simmons and knocked down. Well done by Rob Moore again.
Just drops back into coverage. Simmons wants that slant route, and Hausman is right there. When he moved here to Michigan, Haynes goes in the transfer portal. Guess who his first call was? Tony Alford.
Wide open receiver at the 10. McCulley dives down at the 1.
There's that last pass. Putting a little touch on this one, and then McCulley is going to climb the ladder and go up high. We've seen him do that a couple of times. Turns and gets down.
Haynes, the deep man. They give it to Justice. And looks like a touchdown. And it is. Touchdown, Michigan. Justice Haynes does it again.
Haynes is going to get over here on the left side, and he's going to get hit right here. Kind of runs into Bredesen, but then the effort to get back to the right. The same type of benefit of the doubt is not given to the Big Ten down at the bottom.
First down and 10 at the 41, and it's Kekahuna. Nice run after the catch as well. Hunter Simmons under pressure. What a catch! Grant Stack, give me that.
Pressure bearing down on Simmons right in the middle of that pocket. It was Derek Moore. That was an incredible catch. Just reaching out. Look at that. Give me that rock. Whew. I'll tell you what. That's the way to do it, big fella. Grant Stack with a great grab.
The Badgers into the end zone. Simmons looking in trouble. Derek Moore.
We've seen him rush from the inside, so he's just coming inside, and then he's going to get right in the face of Simmons right there, and Simmons has nowhere to go with the ball. Moore has been all over the place today in the backfield. Looked like Rayshawn Benny also in there with him, and
it's good. McCulley has 3 of them. Here's another run. Marshall trying to get into that end zone, and they'll go down at the 5.
For 21, team of the country, the Michigan Wolverines, 2-game winning streak back in the Big House. They play host to the Purdue Boilermakers, trying to get their first Big Ten win of the season. Brown, pocket collapsing. Brown goes down. Big sack for the Wolverines. TJ Guy was in it with Derek Moore. Brown to pass again, flush to the right, and nearly intercepted, but caught. Nice pass into Michael Jackson for a first down.
And he was just sitting there right in that zone coverage. Look at him reach up, stretch, and just couldn't get there. Man, Ryan Brown, that is a dime out there to Michael Jackson. Great throw.
Brown feeling heat. He's hit, and is it intercepted or incomplete? They say incomplete.
Yeah, and there goes Troy Bowles in for Barham, and Derek Moore making up for that third down run. And Rayshawn Benny, he had a chance.
Now they're going to go take a look at it and see whether it is indeed an incomplete pass or if this could potentially be a fumble. Again, Derek Moore got his hand on it, but was that hand coming through?
Right, yeah.
The work on the field has changed to a fumble, which was recovered by the defense. It's 1st and 10, Michigan at the 28-yard line.
We have to cross the 50, set up the wide receiver screen after Marshall. He's down the sideline. A great gain on first down, and now the Wolverines get their offense moving. Handed off, Marshall again. Left side, huge hole. Marshall's gone. A house call at the Big House.
Well, with Justice Haynes out, it means Jordan Marshall is going to get the lion's share of opportunities.
And then 4th and 2. Tuggle catch, first down, Boilermakers. 2nd and 5. Singleton up the middle. He's got it inside the 10-yard line, first down and goal, Purdue. Singleton is out wide on the bottom of your screen. Harris running it. Harris up the middle. Looks like he's in. There's a signal. Touchdown, Purdue. No flags.
Position. He's sending Michael Jackson, the receiver, in motion. They almost ran into each other. They almost ruined the play before it had a chance to get started, but a great job staying up, keeping his feet.
From the 35, you're in potential field goal range right now. Underwood slithers his way through. He's got a lane. Underwood hit. He's got a first down. Leans forward inside the 25-yard line. Get going. Play clock running short. Underwood sneaks out. Underwood slips left. Underwood throws, and is it intercepted? Yes. Picked off by Purdue. First down and 10 for Michigan. Got one timeout left. Underwood steps up. It's got the middle. Underwood hit and dropped at the 2-yard line. They're going. Clock will start when they reset. There they go. Handoff. Marshall up the middle. Touchdown, Wolverines. Second of the night for Jordan Marshall.
Jeff, is it's not always going to be perfect every single Saturday, but what happens when your opponent gives you a second chance? Do you take advantage of that second chance? And
Brown looking for help. Brown steps up. He's got so much room to run, and he's going to have a first down.
Ryan Brown just looks so comfortable in this pocket here, and a great job by the Boilermaker offensive line fighting and battling. You see late there, number 9, Cameron Brandt does win late, but
kick is up. Kick is good. Just enough.
Keep an eye on him. I'll let you know once I know more.
Thanks so much, Brooke. Going to run the reverse now. They're going to pass it. Underwood has his man. That's the tight end, Zach Marshall. First down, Michigan. A little trickeration from Chip Lindsey.
It is this big play to Zach Marshall, but watch Andrew Marsh on the post route. This is a touchdown to Andrew Marsh. But Underwood ends up hitting his tight end, Zach Marshall. And
Underwood carries to the outside. Hit, fumble, out of bounds. It was out of bounds in the end zone. It's going to be a touchback. Stunned in Ann Arbor.
Went into the end zone. It results in a touchback.
Yep.
It's 1st and 10.
CJ Nanoli just punched that out, and there it is. There's the shot. Yeah, that is a touchback and a huge play, a huge swing of momentum. The Boilermakers here in Michigan, no safety in the back end, selling out to stop the run.
Singleton up ahead, and he's brought backward. Jaden Mangum. Singleton's going to run it. Singleton put his head down. I don't think he's going to get it. They didn't. Michigan holds.
And once again, it's big number 26, 6'4", 305-pound Rayshawn Benny. There he is, the only guy on the right side of that line. So Purdue, they're going to try to test it. They put the ball in the hands of Malachi Singleton, and
Underwood in trouble. Underwood gets it to his wide open tight end. Marshall with another catch to the 15-yard line.
He's got a man in his face right away. He's got to navigate it. He's got to make a guy miss, and then finding his tight end, Zach Marshall, there sitting down in that zone as a check down.
2.5 sacks now in the season for Manny Powell. Handed off. Marshall bleeding his way towards the 5, and he snuck through. Touchdown, Michigan. He got lost in the pile.
Trick, Jeff, he got completely lost in that pile, surrounded by white jerseys. How is he going to? They got his leg wrapped up. He's on one leg, hopping and bouncing, and still finds a way to break that tackle. And how about that, Sharon Moore, loving it.
Brown back in at quarterback. Slings it outside. Thomas trying to get to the end zone. Touchdown. Malachi Thomas out of the backfield with a touchdown reception.
Just take a look here. Look at the left tackle, number 79. Watch him. Well, maybe. Grabbed his jersey, but regardless, Brown gets it out into the flat to Malachi Thomas. That is a huge...
Thomas, the running back. Brown at quarterback. Sprint right. Brown gonna throw it, and it's intercepted on the try.
Highlighted today with some of those big Jordan Marshall runs.
Bredesen in motion, Bredesen. And now it's Marshall to the outside. He's got the sideline out of bounds inside Purdue territory. Another big run for Jordan Marshall. Marshall handoff, 10-yard line, first down, Michigan.
Again, like this is one of the things, you just can't look at the overall record on the season. When you watch this team play, clearly they're trending in the right direction. Some heartbreaking losses, another tough loss here today, Jeff. But like you said, a ton of great stuff to build off of.
And November is not doing Purdue any favors either.
Brutal.
Got Ohio State next week. Another game against Washington. One more against Indiana.
Yeah. But the thing is what's in their control? They control how hard they play. They control the energy and emotion they show up with. And clearly today, like, this team was ready to fight from the first whistle to the last. They did fight, and that's a reflection of the leadership of their head coach.
It's the second time that he has brought a team here. He was here 2 years ago with UNLV. The game was not as close as this one was. They were within striking distance. And Michigan doesn't have to do anything else. Time
got the game for you, folks, as Ohio State comes into town to take on Michigan against Maryland last week. On first down, they hand it off. Marshall still running. Jordan Marshall out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Michigan gashing them for 35. First down and 10 at the 39. Underwood to throw. Underneath, he finds his receiver. It's Marshall. He'll dive forward and get inside. Underwood, quarterback run, and he'll go nowhere. Wrestled down. Kenyatta Jackson Jr. got that quarterback. Underwood flips it out. And incomplete. Marshall the target. Got it up. And good. Michigan on the board first for the last two. Second and 10 at the 25. Sane again near side. Intercepted. Hill. And Michigan with the first turnover of the game.
Is going to sink off and be underneath the route because he's got help over the top. You see the safety screaming over the top right there. Sane never saw him. He tries to go back shoulder, but Hill is underneath the route. That is a beautiful defense designed by Wink Martindale. Young quarterback doesn't see it, and a massive turnover for Michigan here early in the game.
Underwood wants to run with a lane. Underwood dives and is wrapped up. Marshall with a hole. Marshall, a burst. Marshall tucks it inside, down. At the open.
That's right, and what you're always going to get with Michigan is pullers. You've got Jake Wanera, the guard. He pulls over. Beautiful block by Jalen Hoffman, number 42. And then you've got Marshall, who, again, has been one of the best backs in the country the second half of the year.
Cruz, third down and 6 at the 7. Underwood in the corner, incomplete. Donovan McCulley, the intended receiver. And it's good. 6-0 Michigan. And they'll give it to him with a hole, and Jackson. He's the big guy, weighs 230. Sand, rolling, delivers, caught. Nicely done. Will Kazmet settling down a bit. Play fake. Sand checks it down. Jackson with room. Bo Jackson knocked out of bounds at the 40, but a big-time pickup. Hill with the tackle. That's a Sand gives it to Jackson, trying to get outside. Oh, nice stutter step. Jackson with a burst. Bo Jackson out of bounds at the Michigan 5. Woo! They call that the...
What a move to the outside. He gives the The stutter, Jimmy Rolder, the linebacker, he slows up. TJ Metcalf, the safety, comes out inside leverage. He's got to be outside. Then Jackson gets the side.
Donaldson. And he'll be tackled for a loss. Jay-Sean Barham.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense, number 1. Half the distance to the goal, automatic first down.
Down and goal at the 1. Quarterback sneak.
I don't think he got in. I think they stopped him. It's going to be 4th down. They're trying to get the push. And he just loses his footing, and you can see his feet sleep out. But now, a late touchdown call by the officials after they uncovered the pile.
After further review, the quarterback's knee was down short of the goal line. It'll be 4th down.
And it's good. Ohio State on the board now. From the 40. Saying with time underneath, caught, and a first down. Make that Carnell Tate.
Yeah, a nice hook route right here from Tate, and the ball is on time and on target right at the sticks. Very smart.
3rd and 6 at the 48. Saying, looking, near side, caught. Carnell Tate turns it up. Saying, delayed handoff, Jackson, and he's hit in the backfield by Rolder. No gain, and that'll bring up 4th down. Saying, winds up. Caught! Jeremiah! Touchdown! Happy birthday!
From Jeremiah Smith. Watches, he's going to go inside, and then he's outside, and Barrick cannot follow him. And they single covered him. They did it all.
Yeah, it's out of bounds. It looks like to us it would be a touchback.
And that's why this is insane. This would be.
Cusdell breaks it back. And Cusdell sliding forward.
Back in the backs here today.
2nd and 5. Cusdell. And with a burst. He's got speed. And gets thrown out of bounds, but another big gain.
The tight end. This is number 83, Zach Marshall. And he just stands Curry up, and he's able to keep him.
Underwood. Quick release. And caught. Donovan McCulley from Michigan. Underwood. In trouble. Dumps it off. And Arvell Reese is done. He's 2 for 2 to start. Pure. Zavada perfect. Sayin pulls it out. Finds Tate, turns it up. And Tate looks like he has a first down. 2nd and 1. Sayin, play fake. Over the middle. And caught. Whoa, what a grab by Wilcas Merrick.
He run with the tight end right down the seam. And as soon as the tight end clears the linebacker, Sayin lets go of the football
down quickly. Jackson with space, first down. Both. Sayin with time underneath, caught in a first down. Brandon Ennis. Sayin inside handoff to Jackson. Jackson cuts it back. And he'll get close to that 13. 1st and 10 at the 11. Jackson again squeezes through the hole. Bo Jackson.
Last minute of the 2nd quarter.
2nd and 1 at the 3. They pitch it to Jackson, looking for daylight. He won't get it. Tackled behind the Loshman. Sayin underneath, caught, touchdown, Ennis.
A little earlier, watch Claire. He's going to clear things out and then allow Ennis to work underneath. The defensive back was behind. That's a.
Sayin splits out of the pocket, looks backside, down the field, Tate, touchdown, Tater, home run hitter, 50 yards.
And he cuts it off back this way. Watch the safety backside from Michigan. He gets caught up in the other opposite side of the field, and as soon as he stops his feet, takes wide open over the top. He was down. I think he was about as down in the dumps as he ever has been. Beautiful run there by C.J. Donaldson, but it
Donaldson. Playing some of their best football. Sayin still with all day to throw. Now he'll get to the sideline. Looks like he has the... Julian Sayin looking. Sideline. Clatt. And he'll get inside Michigan territory. Jackson gets to the edge. First down, Ohio State. Bo Jackson.
The reach of Jayshon Barham. That's Nate Roberts, number 83, just a true freshman who gets enough of number 1 Barham. And then Bo Jackson, another true freshman, is able to get...
2nd and 10. Again, on the ground, West breaking tackles, and another first. Jackson again. Jackson, what balance to stay on his feet and get extra yards. Quarterback sneak, first down, Ohio State. And it's good. 27-9, Buckeyes. Underwood in trouble. And sacked. Kenyatta Jackson Jr. Michael Myers on Halloween.
He's over on the left side of the offense, and he's able to just move the tackle. That's Blake Frazier. Back into the backfield. He sheds the block, and he's able to get to Bryce Underwood. This offense is...
Underwood on 3rd and long. And it's caught. But Caleb Downs comes up and just decks to Nelly. 2nd and 8. Jackson again. Gain of 2.
It's been quite a show by this offensive line. Been quite a show from this quarterback. Here's some attitude going on. A little extra. Of course, we all remember what happened at the end of last year's game.
Ryan Day trying to ice this game. They give it to Donaldson. And it's a first down, Buckeyes.
Big reason why they've been so good on defense.
3rd down and 3, and Michigan stops the Buckeyes for a loss. Forward. Bryce Underwood, and it's intercepted. Davis and Igbenogson. And that'll do it.
Donovan McCulley, he comes in on the slant from the right side. There's through his hands. Igbenogson falls in his lap. And ends up ripping his helmet off, so he's going to get a flag here after the game.
Conduct, number 1 from Ohio State for removing his helmet. 15-yard penalty. 1st and 10, Ohio State.
But he's their arch rival and heading to the Big Ten championship. The reigning national champions remain undefeated. They exercise the demons by defeating the University of Michigan 27-9. 2 gentlemen shake hands.